Mr. Edwin Tong.
Mr. Chairman, sir, there are few fundamental tenets of a child's education which I believe most of us, if not all, would subscribe. First, always be prepared to try something new. Push the envelope, break new ground. Do something you have never done. Who knows? It might turn out that you will enjoy the new adventure or rise to a fresh challenge. Second, fail at something. Being always or even often successful is no good to a young child. Learn to lose and be gracious in defeat, but also learn from losing. Pick up, dust off, try again, be stronger and better the next time round. This also teaches resilience. Third, we have to work as a team. No man is an island, and no one functions in silos. Our children have to be able to work and play with each other and to support, complement, encourage, and cheer each other on. They have to learn to come together to make a cohesive team, a team which would be stronger than the sum of its parts. Fourth, hard work. Nothing ever comes without hard work. It takes a lot of hard work to become good at anything, and even more hard work to remain good and stay ahead of the competition. There are no shortcuts. These are all simple values, simple basic values, but the foundation and cornerstone for bringing up women and children, women and men of tomorrow, the leaders of our next generation. I believe, sir, that all of these are best taught, not in the classroom, but on the playing field. And I'm quite sure most of this House would, I hope, agree with that. Very often, a child's first encounter with sports, especially team sports, would be in school, when they first enroll for their primary education. Schools therefore play a crucial role in being the first mover in introducing sports into our children's lives. And should there be sufficient interest and sufficient talent demonstrated, the school invariably would also take the additional active role of identifying and eventually nurturing that talent. Sports therefore offers an educational platform for our children which cannot be easily replicated. On that score, I would like to raise a few queries and have some suggestions for Minister's consideration. Do schools in Singapore have sufficient breadth in terms of the variety and range of sports offered? This is important because not every child can afford or have an opportunity to be exposed to sports outside of school. How is anyone going to know if he or she can be good at sport if they have no opportunity to try that sport? So the initial formative years in a primary school would be crucial. For instance, not offering, say, hockey or badminton as a school CCA option would quite likely mean that the child might never be exposed to that sport. This, in turn, then limits the selection base from which young budding talent might be identified, and in turn, then subsequently limits the base from which national athletes could be selected. From a resourcing perspective, I understand it would, of course, not be possible for every school to offer every sport. But could more be done to enhance the range of options available? Could, for example, a central body be set up, like the CCAB, which can then administer and offer sporting options which may not be quite so popular, quite so mainstream, and therefore not available in many of the schools? Alternatively, is the MOE working with Sport SG or Active SG in promoting sporting options to our school children and make sports more accessible? The MOE website indicates that students who are keen on an activity which may not be offered by the school could seek the school's approval to set up that activity. How often has this been done? And in any event, is it realistic? Thank you, sir.